Hey everyone, welcome back to the 31 Days of Horror. It's day 28. Um, what I've got for you tonight, sorry, I gotta keep looking back here because this one's a bit interesting. I got for you tonight is VHS Halloween. This is streaming on Shudder, and you find it where you find the VHS movies. Like all the other VHS movies, it's an anthology, bunch of different stories, all thrown together. Like every anthology, some stories are better than others. But honestly, on the whole, I actually like this one more than I've liked some of the recent VHS releases. They haven't really been I don't know, like really scary or anything recently, but this one is pretty decent. So I got the episodes listed up here. I'll just go through them one by one. So the first one is called Diet Phantasma. That is it's the framing story. So it starts with that. It cuts back to it. Cuts back to it. Basically, it's about it's like an internal video from like a company that's making a soda called Diet Phantasma, and it's the testing of this soda, and it leads to many gruesome deaths and everything, and it's made from ghosts. So it is what it is. It's a decent little wraparound. Is it the strongest tale in this entire thing? No, but it's still good. So next up, we have the first story, which is Coochie Coochie Coo, directed and written by Anna Zlokovic. Okay, you got these girls. They're high schoolers. They're on like it's like their last year of high school. They're gonna go do like a Halloween party type stuff and everything. And they end up coming across like this, you know, basically they end up in this house. And in this house, there's this woman with six tits. I don't know why. She just kind of does. Um, a lot of like ghosts and everything. And apparently, this creature type thing is making people into like kids, basically infantilizing them. It's a weird story. I'm not a big fan of this one personally. I didn't find it super great, but excuse me. I'm sure some will really like it. Just wasn't my thing exactly. The effects were decent though, and you know, it is what it is. Honestly, I find it's one of the more forgettable ones for me. Some people, will see it different. Okay, next up, we have Utsupa Sick Infra. This is directed by Paco Plaza. Now, Paco Plaza. He did the Wreck movies and stuff like that. This is a damn good. This is a damn good one. Uh, Basically, it starts off with like a crime scene shot. Like they're filming the crime scene. All these people with their eyes ripped out and everything, and they're talking to this guy, and this guy's like he's like it's all my fault and everything, and they're like we can't really like put all this on you. It doesn't seem like like right. Like this isn't adding up. So they go back to the crime scene. They're gonna do a reconstruction. So they're following through. These people had like gone into this. It was like an abandoned mansion. They went into it for like a Halloween party, and they end up like going into this room, and they end up finding this phone that apparently wasn't there before. Um, it's intercut between like what's happening now and like footage of the night. So guy picks up the phone and then he starts going kind of crazy, like and is like possessed pretty much. In the meantime, while doing this reconstruction, the cops have brought in a phone and everything. They put it there, and essentially the same thing happens again. Uh, I'll just leave it at that. Really creepy, really well put together. I really enjoyed this one. Um, this is. I almost want to say it's like this is where the VHS movies shine with like the foreign entries, if you will, Um, is what it is. I like it. That particular story is great. Next up, again, this is one of the weaker ones. It's called Fun Size. Um, basically, these people have been to like a Halloween party. They're drunk. They come out, and they want candy. So they come up to like a house and it says one per person. Sufficient to say they take more than one, and they're put into like some parallel reality type thing where you got this weird mascot type guy. Um, I don't even know what you would call it, but apparently they make people into candy. Yeah, there's a whole thing with like a penis that's made into a chocolate bar, which is creepy and like nasty. Um, all in all, I find this again. This is one of the weaker entries. It's still decent. If you find fun in it, more power to you. It wasn't the greatest one, at least for me. This was written and directed by Casper Kelly. Okay. Next up, we have Kid Print. This is a good one. From Alex Ross Perry. The basic thing is like, how can I put it? Like back in like the 80s or whatever, you had the whole, almost like the Satanic Panic where the people were like, oh, they're gonna kidnap your kids and everything, and like don't talk to strangers and all that stuff. So basically, this company or whatever, they've set up this thing and they call it Kid Prints. You go in with your kid, they take like a new photo, whatever, maybe some video or something like that. And the idea is like if they get kidnapped or if they have up to date stuff that you can use. In the meantime, there's a lot of kids going missing and turning up dead. Something like 30, like in this one year. So the cops put this thing. They're gonna have like Halloween. All the trick or treaters are gonna go there. The cops will hand out the candy. Our main guy is the guy that runs the Kid Print service. So he is there with his camera, he's filming everything, and when the cop says to him, basically, someone's gone missing, we don't have the Kid Print thing. Can you run back to the store and get like the backup for us? Like all the time matters sort of things. So he's like, yeah, sure. He goes. Turns out like whoever's doing this is one of the employees at this place. I'm gonna leave it there, but it's a really solid, really. It definitely works with that, the evil around you that you don't see type thing, and it works really well. It's really good story. Last up, we have Home Haunt. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorites in this entire series. Got this guy and his son. They do a home haunt every year. As the kid's gotten older, he doesn't really want to do it anymore. He's like now a teenager, and he doesn't want to be part of this. So it's like this is going to be the last year. They say, so they go and they start making this haunt or whatever. Guy goes to it's like an antique type store to buy stuff. While he's in there, there's a section, like staff only, like do not enter. He goes into there and he finds a record. This record is supposedly, it's gonna like open the gates of hell type thing. So he takes it, and he's like, you know what, this is gonna be our storyline for the year, kind of thing. So they start the Halloween haunt. People go in, and this record does exactly what it says. It opens the gates of hell, and nice, nasty kills, nice, just everything works for the last story, and I really appreciate it. So I'll leave it at that. That's the synopsis of all of this. Now, how do you rate an anthology? I mean, you have to rate the entire thing as itself, but then you got to rate the each story sort of thing. So on the whole, 8.5 out of 10. A solid entry in the VHS series. Definitely one of the better ones. For each story, Diet Phantasma, I would give probably about a 7. It's all around pretty solid. Coochie Coochie Coo, I would give like a 4. I'm not a fan of that one. I don't really like that one. Oot Supra Sick Infra, I would give a 10. I thoroughly enjoy that. That is damn good. Fun Size, I would give probably a 4 as well. Well, no, not 4. Did I say 6? I'll I'll give it a 5. It is what it is. I didn't. It wasn't. It wasn't for me. Kid Print gets a 9, really solid, and Home Haunt gets a 9. So all in all, a really good entry in the series. So yeah, that's it for me. See you next time.